To make a video, an opinionated video on which is better between Feral Ghouls and Super Mutants from the Fallout universe. So I think they're both extremely good enemies, though I think one is better than the other for multiple reasons. And I'm going to go over that with you guys today. Disclaimer, I may have gotten the pictures messed up, meaning there may be the wrong enemies with the wrong labeling. So just so you know that going in. We're going to start off with Feral Ghouls. Feral Ghouls are irradiated humans in the Fallout universe that turn into brainless, flesh-hungry enemies. They usually are in, like, tunnels and, like, Fallout 3, like, subway trains. And they can be real scary. I don't care who you think you are. If you're not expecting one and these guys jump at you, they can be scary. They're not exactly the hardest enemy to kill, though they can overwhelm you, especially if you're in a closed area, though you could say that even about mole rats. So there's quite a multiple, and I'm not going to go into depth about each one. I'm just going to go over the list. And I'm just going over the most common ones. There are a lot of ferals specific to their games, like Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and 1 and 2, I'm pretty sure. So these are just the more common ones you'll see. So you got the basic Feral Ghouls, the Feral Ghoul Roamers, the Feral Ghoul Stalkers, the Feral Ghoul Reavers, and then those are just kind of more the common ones. And for an example of the more specific ones to the game, you have the Pink Ghouls from the Suffolk County Charter Schools from Fallout 4, and then you have the Swamp Ghouls from Point Lookout DLC in Fallout 3. I don't know too much about the Swamp Ghoul. I'm actually playing through Fallout 3 right now. I know the Pink Ghouls because the school district was trying to get them to eat weird food substitutes for lunch. And you can go watch Oxhorn's video on this Suffolk County Charter School. He goes into great depth. It's actually how I really even know about Pink Ghouls in the first place. They're basically just Feral Ghouls. They don't really have anything special other than the fact that they're like a light pinkish thing. So yeah, there's not too much about Feral Ghouls, though. They don't have like a lot of companions. Oh, and yeah, I'm not going to go into regular ghouls, and nor am I going to go into non-hostile super mutants. I'm just going to go into hostile ones. Though Feral Ghouls can have names other than Feral Ghouls, specific to like missions or something, and sometimes they'll have holotapes. Or if you're trying to find a mission where you're trying to help people find dead people, like Lucy from Fallout 3 and Megaton, when she goes to send you to find her family to deliver a letter, her parents aren't Feral Ghouls, but you can get an example like a mission like Lucy's where you go to find somebody and they are Feral Ghouls. And sometimes they have keys, which can be interesting, but in reality, there's not too much interesting things about this enemy. They're just kind of scary in my opinion, and they're just kind of give more depth to a game, gameplay wise. Now we're going to talk about Super Mutants. Super Mutants are, now I'm sure the background between Super Mutants have been covered again by Oxhorn. He's an amazing YouTuber, and though I do know that someone, I'm guessing some scientist, they got the FEV virus, which is the forced evolution virus, and they put it in a human, and this is basically what the Super Mutant is. They're strong, weird enemies. So if you think about it, FEV virus is basically the virus that made the Hulk and Captain America in the Marvel universe, except if you think about it, a Super Mutant's kind of like in between Bruce Banner. Wait, no, it isn't Bruce Banner Batman, but kind of between the guy in the Marvel and Hulk. He's basically the guy between that. Actually, Bruce Banner may not be. I don't know if that's Batman or Hulk's human form. Anyways, I'm pretty sure when people were trying to make the FEV, they were trying to basically make a Captain America, but they kind of didn't get a Hulk thing either. They kind of got this. So basically, Super Mutants are Hulk from Avengers Endgame, except they're not as smart and they're stupid. That's another way of looking at Super Mutants. And take a look at all these. Look at all these freaking Super Mutants. I couldn't cover all these. The video would be too long. I mean, I could, but no one wants to watch all that. Like in Fallout New Vegas, you got Nightkin snipers and jailers. In Fallout 2, you got Mariposas. In Fallout, you got Mariposa and Nightskin. And Fallout 4, behemoths and skirmishers. In 76, you got Primus and a Pillager and a Demolisher and a Gladiator and a Prime behemoth. There's just a lot of them. Okay, so I'm just going to go over the common ones like I did with the Feral Ghouls. You got the Super Mutant Brute. Oh, yeah. That's a Super Mutant Butcher. I'm sure you know. I kind of went too far. Suicider. That's the regular one. My apologies, going too far. The Super Mutant Brute, Super Mutant Suicider, which is kind of native to Fallout 4, I believe. But because I feel most players that play Fallout to this day mainly play Fallout 4, because a lot of gamers these days are a lot older. And I feel like a lot of people that played the older Fallout games, because they came out in like 2008, 2010, Fallout 3, away, Fallout New Vegas 2010. Those players may have outgrown video games. They may be in their 30s or 20s by now. So I feel like a lot of people, like my age, 16, might play Fallout 4. So I thought I'd put it in. So I feel like Super Mutant Suiciders are kind of the more common ones. Because I feel like Fallout 3 and New Vegas aren't really played that much. So I feel like Suicider is a common one. Because it's also in Fallout 76. Actually, let's just check really quick. Yep, it's in Fallout 76. Okay. Actually, that's a cool picture, isn't it, of the Super Mutant Butcher? To be honest, I don't actually know if that's what the Super Mutant Butcher looks like. I just like the picture of it. And I just assumed because that's a giant sword. The Super Mutant Enforcer and the Enforcer, Super Mutant Overlord, and Super Mutant Master. Now, you got a good variety of Super Mutants, just like Feral Ghouls. Though Super Mutants may not be as scary as Feral Ghouls, they're definitely more intimidating. Because Feral Ghouls are scary, but they're not necessarily hard to kill. Unless you get like a legendary one from the Fallout 4 game. Though they are a lot more intimidating. Like when I go into a room of Fallout or of Feral Ghouls, I'm more scared than I'm more intimidated. But when I go into a room of Super Mutants, of course I'm scared, but I'm a lot more intimidated because Super Mutants, they can have Fat Mans, which is just a mini nuke launcher. They can have rocket launchers, turret, miniguns, sniper rifles, assault rifles, and which Feral Ghouls can be hard to kill. You just gotta slash them or shoot them. But if you're in power armor, they really are not that hard to kill. But Super Mutants, they can be hard to kill because some of them in a pack can have assault rifles, and one can have a turret, or a minigun, I mean. And then some freaking beat you to death with pieces of wood. And then some freaking pull out Fat Mans. So that can be real scary. Or intimidating. Especially when they're like legendaries and you're not that strong. Now, another example of more game specifics are Nightkin. I usually find them, or I haven't actually played New Vegas, but I've seen videos of them in Jacobstown in Fallout New Vegas. I'm sure they're in other parts of Fallout New Vegas. I'm just not exactly sure, so I'm putting Jacobstown because I know you can find Nightkin in there. Again, you can watch Oxhorn on this. You can watch Oxhorn probably on all of these guys because Oxhorn is like a Fallout master. He's the super Fallout player master, okay? He knows his stuff. And then Swan in Fallout 4 in downtown Boston. Pretty sure everyone knows Swan if they played Fallout 4. You kind of come across him. You come across him going to find the Railroad faction. And he's pretty good, you know, you gotta... Nightkin are cool because... I'm not gonna go too much into these guys. Again, go watch Oxhorn if somebody... Nightkin's cool because they have a cool quest, and you can get Lucy, and they just have an interesting addiction to Jet. And then Swan, he's obviously like one of the first big creatures you come across other than the Deathclaw when you first meet... and when you're helping Preston Garvey. But he's kind of like... Swan's kind of like the... Oh, crap, what am I going to do? You know? And he gets you, he always gets you a Power Fist, a legendary weapon when you kill him. Downtown Boston. Now, the thing that kind of makes Super Mutants a little much cooler than Feral Ghouls, that they have companions. They have super mutant hounds in Fallout 4 and stupid creepy things called centaurs in Fallout 3. They're basically just, they alert their masters. Usually you only find super hounds with I have to make sure you're still recording. You usually only find super hounds with their masters with super mutants. And sometimes you can find centaurs traveling on their own. I hate these things. Look at their hands. Look at their hands. I hate these. And like these hands back here, they just slide across. It's terrible. They're human things. So who do I think is better? I think. Oh, wait. One more thing. The strongest you can come across of a Feral Ghoul is a bloated Feral Ghoul with 750 plus health. And the strongest super mutant, to my knowledge, the most common super mutant, at least anyways, kind of competing with the Overlord, is Super Mutant Master with 600 plus health. So the Feral Ghoul may have the more health, but the Super Mutant Master, that's just the common one. There's a lot of different super mutants. And yeah, there's a lot of different Feral Ghouls, but let's be honest. Who actually goes out of their way to kill Feral Ghouls? Not me. That's all I'm saying. So who do I think's the better out of these two? I think it's the Super Mutants. I think they're more intimidating. I think they give you more reward. Sure, Feral Ghouls, when you kill them, they can give you bottle caps and things along that nature. But Super Mutants can give you ammo. They can give you guns. It's really good really early in the game. If you have, like, the balls to get your power, to get your, what are those things called? Like a pistol or a pipe pistol, and you actually go out of your way early in the game at level 1 to kill them. You can get like an assault rifle, and you're good for the early game. They give you ammo, and they can give you Fat Mans and rocket launchers, and also they can give you like in your gore bags. Like I think it was yesterday I was playing Fallout 3. I went to a gore bag of these guys, and I found 80 caps in there. 80. That's a lot of freaking caps. Gore bags are just kind of like bags of bloody limbs, and they shove. You can find loot in there. That's just no 80 caps, okay. And I don't know who Marcus Superman is. He's Fallout 2 and Fallout New Vegas, and I like this picture of him. I don't know, he looks good. I think I've seen some videos on him. Again, off somewhere probably. So let me know in the comments below what is your favorite between Feral Ghouls and Super Mutants. If you guys liked the video, like and subscribe. If you use a man, I got me like my little pony. Bye.